Yellow light is off, race fans, so next time by we will go green flag racing. Remember, this division races down to the yellow. Up front, Mike Compton Jr., the 18 car. Outside of him, Mark Hannum. Both these drivers looking for their first main event victory of the season. Behind them, the 4P perennial champion Richard Pappenhausen, and your current point leader, the 12 of Dustin Jenks. That's your two top rows. Field is set off at turn 4, first main event of the evening. And there's some bumping and banging in the front row. Mike Compton Jr. with the advantage, as Dustin Jenks, Richard Pappenhausen, and Mark Hannum in that order as they go through turns 1 and 2. Mark Hannum off of turn 4 and hard into the wall. Also sitting there off of turn number 4 is the 18X car of Boyd Murchison from Susanville. Murchison continues on. And look at the battle for the lead on lap number 2. And Dustin Jenks to the bottom of Mike Compton Jr. Battle off turn 2. Dustin Jenks now to the inside once again through turns 3 and 4. Mike Compton Jr. holds him off. And we are up to speed. Contact in turn 4 between Jamie Becker and Mike Sonry as they both continue on after heavy contact. Now you see the 55 of Jamie Becker pulling up lame out of turn number 1. And you can see the 55 car of Jamie Becker parked in turn 2. Yellow flag waving to your leader, Mike Compton Jr. on lap number 5 of the evening. Mike Compton Jr. followed by Dustin Jenks, Richard Pappenhausen. Eddie Lewis in the 7X car is 4th, followed by the 11 of Travis Moore. Why do I keep hearing that? Green flag waving off a turn 4, 5 laps down. Once again, battle for the lead heating up as Dustin Jenks, Pappenhausen in tow. You see Matt McKelly now sits there in 6th trying to get by Travis Moore. Here comes Richard Pappenhausen as he has a charge on Dustin Jenks and can't make the pass happen, so Jenks holds down 2nd, Pappenhausen 3rd, Eddie Lewis 4th on lap number 7. Pappenhausen upside down in turn 3. Richard Pappenhausen, the same spot that low morale went up. And behind Pappenhausen, you've got 2 cars tangled, but the red flag needed. And what a rare event it is to see a dirt modified for Sally Long with an on-track interview.
Well, I am down here on the side of the track with the number 4 of Richard Pappenhausen. Richard, after getting over, how do you feel?
I'm a little dizzy, but all in all, everything feels all right.
It's hard to tell from where I'm standing. Can you give us any clue from the cockpit what it looked like, what happened?
No, it happened so quick. I got the right rear up over the berm, and it just took off. Got a lot of real heavy dirt up here, and the right rear just dug in.
Do you have any sponsors that you want to thank for the season?
Yeah, I'd like to thank Compton Shakers, Mohawk Trading Company, All the Best Video. They've been supporting me all year. Couldn't be out here without them.
All right, thanks, Richard, and we're glad that you're okay.
So we just have a report of some people off of turn number 1. Mike Compton Jr. is still your leader. 2nd, Dustin Jenks. And now your new 3rd place driver, the 7X of Eddie Lewis. 4th will be the 11 of Travis Moore, and 5th will be the 911 of Matt McKelly. Next will be the 97 of Charlie Mars, the 17 of Mark Abazay, and the 96 of Ken McKelly in that running order. The drivers will start single file on the front straightaway past the orange pylon cone. You see Director of Competition Jerry DeVecchia down there in the red shirt, and he will give the drivers the 1 to go signal as the yellow light is off on the speedway. Mike Compton Jr., Dustin Jenks, and Eddie Lewis, your top 3 cars. And we're once again back up to speed at Silver Dollar. Dustin Jenks once again vying for the lead to the inside of Mike Compton. The hard charge, and Compton holds his ground off of turn 4. They're side by side. Now Junior gives way, and here comes Dustin Jenks with a head of steam. Dustin Jenks moves into the lead. Mike Compton Jr. in a second. Now a problem for the 1 car, Mike Sonry, as he limps along the front straightaway. Rest of the field comes by. So we lose the 1 of Mike Sonry as racing action continues on. 10 laps down, 10 to go. We're halfway home in the first main event for your dirt modifieds. You heard Richard Pappenhausen say during his interview that the track is real heavy, and these cars really throwing the car up against the cushions in both turns, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Now we see some debris fly off the 13 car, Mark Hannum, as he continues on, but some sheet metal flying from his car. Up front, Dustin Jenks still in cruise control, your leader, followed by the 18 of Mike Compton Jr. Matt McKelly moved up to 3rd in the 911 car, followed by the 17 of Mark Abazay. And then comes the 96 of Ken McKelly, followed by the 7X of Eddie Lewis. Still a great battle for 2nd, 3rd, and 4th between Mike Compton Jr., the 911, and Matt McKelly. Look at Mark Abazay go on the high scary side where Fonzie used to live in happy days as he tries to get by the 911, and he does. He gets by McKelly, sets his sights on Mike Compton Jr., motors to the inside, and through turns 3 and 4, Mark Abazay up to 2nd. So from 4th to 2nd in 1 lap is Mark Abazay as he sets his sights on Dustin Jenks. And we might need a yellow for the 13 of Mark Hannum, and we will on lap 16. So that will change the whole complexion of this race fans. 16 laps down. And Dustin Jenks, Mark Abazay now clearly on the back bumper as he is the man on the move. We'll see if he can get by Jenks with 4 laps to go. And Abazay pulls to the inside of Jenks off of 2. Jenks holds his ground. Now Abazay off at turn 3 in your 2nd place car, around in circles, and his night will be done as he comes to a stop. Now he refires the car but falls all the way back to dead last in a bonsai attempt at the lead on lap 16. So now the 911 of Matt McKelly will have to do battle with the number 12 of Dustin Jenks for the lead. White flag being flown in the wind. 1 more lap to go. Justin Jenks with a car length advantage over Matt McKelly down the back straightaway. In the final turns, Matt McKelly closes on the bottom, but Dustin Jenks will hold off McKelly and win another main event in the dirt modified division. Matt McKelly 2nd, followed by Mike Compton Jr. in 3rd. Ken McKelly in 4th, and Eddie Lewis in 5th, your unofficial top 5. But your official winner, we can make the 12 of Dustin Jenks as he comes by. Dustin Jenks, 18 years of age, and your current points leader in the dirt modifieds. And he has clean swept this division as he won heat race number 1 and wins tonight in the dirt modified 20-lap main event. The 2nd will be the 911 of Matt McKelly. 3rd, the 18 of Mike Compton Jr., 4th, the 96 of Ken McKelly, and 5th, the 7X of Eddie Lewis. That's your top 5 right now. As soon as we get further results, we'll go ahead and give that to you.